Yo, what's going on, my profits? It's your boy Cali again with a little video. I'm gonna try to summarize a couple of past videos and try to show you how we would get into a coin and what's the entry point and everything that I've kind of talked about in the last 3 or 4 videos. I see a good coin trading in a good channel, so we'll go ahead and jump into it. Just go ahead and check out the website too if you have a chance. It's profitchasers.com. We have a mastermind group in here. Let's go ahead and jump into this KMD. So this is KMD's chart. Let me just blow it up for you guys. So we're looking at the daily chart right now and trying to see which way it's trending. We'll do a visual. Obviously, we see one peak. So this was one pump. This was one pump. And it got pumped up here, dumped. So we're pretty strong. I want to say support line, right? So we're bouncing off this a couple times. I guess right around there. We bounce 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So it's bouncing a bunch off this. So we have a strong support line right there. And then it's actually at the peak of the first breakout. So this is a good trend, right? Where it's like we have a good solid base. So now we have to look for an entry point or when's the next pump, right? So there's a couple of key things you look at. So if we go back in history right here, right? So we'll see where it starts consolidating on volume. I mean on the MACD, where it's just going back and forth. Same thing here, and then you get these big pumps. Well, if you see here, after the big pump, you see the consolidation. So we're, I think, in the consolidation point where this looks similar, this looks similar, and this looks similar, correct? So looking at a trend. So if we zoom in, it looks like it might cross over soon, right? So I would keep an eye on it and see when it cross over, or I'll show you another way we get into it, right? You see the RSI starting to creep up. So it's something you might want to look into. I mean, it's trading in a good channel where, let's look at this. So right now this is, actually let me make this easier on you guys. Where is my box? There it is. So I want to say this is a little channel, right? So it's bouncing in here a lot, back and forth. So once it breaks this, hopefully we can reach, at minimum, our first target would be here. Our second target would be here. So 2 solid trades, right? So here's our last support. So let me go ahead and shorten this so that way. Oops. So I'm gonna just get it out the way real quick so I can show you guys something. So this is the 1-day chart, and to try to get into a trend earlier, because you're already looking to enter a position, you might break it down into a 4-hour or a 1 hour. So now we got to see if the trade's worth it, right? So if we're here right now, this would be a 1-to-1 trade, and I'm going based off the last below our current support line. This was the last support. So I'll bring the stop up to here. Good. So right now we're like almost at 1-to-2 ratio, which is not bad for a short swing. But like I said, you could take 50% profit there, and If it jumps up to somewhere around there, you're making 60% and you're risking 30%. And possibly if you get a nice pump, you're looking at 134% pump up. So it might be a quick way to double your Bitcoin. So let me show you another indicator that's why it's showing that it might be something to look into. Same thing, this is a 4-hour chart now, and we're looking at the Bollinger brand, and we see this. Whenever you see a squeeze and then you see high volatility, is usually a pump. And what I'm noticing is that it's starting to squeeze in here. So that's, I think it's going to squeeze and it's going to run a little bit. And this is a 4-hour chart. So it might be, like I said, it's just something, until it's a clear entry point, I wouldn't jump in. I do see a squeeze kind of happening right now. So I believe that it's time for this to take off. So maybe once it hits, 3,400-ish, it would be a buy-in, or, it just depends on how much risk you're willing to take. That's always the time to jump in. It's, who has the bigger risk factor, or what you're willing to risk, how much you're willing to trade, and stuff like that. But, KMD's ranked 30 right now, so it moves up with a lot of the alts, so it's in line when Bitcoin's weak, which right now, because of the Bitcoin Cash situation, it is. So basically, guys, just keep an eye on this. I just wanted to show you a couple of things that we can get, some of the videos I've done where. And this is why, I said entry point, and you start looking at all kinds of charts, and it just gives you a better sense of where the market's going as far as one coin. This is a 4-hour chart, and you see it's just consolidating. So, it's building the pressure up, and hopefully pretty soon it releases a nice pump. So maybe there's some news or something. Even after there was some bad news right here, and it didn't even get pumped that hard. Dumped that hard. Sorry. So keep an eye on it. If you guys got coins you want me to look at, chart out, or just some questions in general about the crypto market, go ahead and drop a line down in the comments, or DM us on Profit Chasers. And on IG, we have a Facebook Profit Chaser. So where there's plenty of ways to get a hold of us. Just go ahead and give us your thoughts and comments. Appreciate it, man. See you guys soon.